All right, let's talk about one of the smartest ways you can boost your investment portfolio without actually buying a single stock. We're talking brokerage bonuses. Seriously, think of it as a signing bonus, but for your money. Let's dive in.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Is your brokerage actually paying you for the privilege of holding your investments? If you're hesitating or the answer is no, then you might be leaving hundreds or hey, even thousands of dollars just sitting on the table.
You've got to understand, brokerages are in this fierce competition for your money. And to get you to switch, they're offering cold hard cash. It's really similar to how credit card companies reel you in with those big sign-up rewards. The deal is simple. You bring them your money, they give you a bonus.
But here's the thing. These bonuses are not one size fits all. No, they come in a few different flavors, and each one is kind of designed for a specific situation. You'll see offers for depositing new cash, transferring your existing investments, funding a retirement account, or even just for referring a friend.
Okay, so knowing the difference between these offers, it's absolutely crucial. Each one is built for a different kind of investor. So let's break down exactly what they're asking you to do and what you're going to get in return.
First up, we've got the deposit bonus. Now, the magic words here are new money. This means cash that's coming straight from your bank account, not money you're just moving from another brokerage. This is perfect if you've got savings you're finally ready to put to work in the market.
And this is where you can get really strategic. Look at this example from JP Morgan. A $25,000 deposit gets you $150. That's pretty good. But look what happens if you can hit that $100,000 mark. The bonus more than doubles to $325. The rewards are definitely not always a straight line.
So this brings us to a key decision point. A deposit bonus, that's for savers with cash on the sidelines ready to go. A transfer bonus, that's for people who already have a portfolio and are just willing to switch where it's parked. They really just serve two different needs.
So once you know if you're depositing or transferring, the very next question is, how is the bonus actually calculated? It almost always boils down to one of two models, tiers or percentages.
By far the most common method you're going to see, like we saw with JP Morgan, is a tiered system. You put in an amount within a certain range, and you get a flat, fixed cash bonus. It's super simple and totally predictable.
Let's take this example from Citi. A $50,000 deposit gets you a $500 bonus. Not bad at all. But if you could swing $200,000, that bonus jumps up to $1,000. See? It really pays to know exactly where those tier cutoffs are.
But there's another model out there, and sometimes it's way more lucrative. It's the percentage bonus. So here, instead of a fixed amount, the brokerage gives you a bonus that's a direct percentage of the assets you bring over. Some firms, like Robinhood for transfers over $100,000, are offering a pretty impressive 3% match. Moomoo has offered something similar on smaller transfers. This can be incredibly powerful, especially when you're talking about larger sums of money.
And yeah, 3% might not sound like a huge number, but let's just do the quick math. On a $100,000 portfolio transfer, that's $3,000 in cash. That's a massive instant return just for switching platforms.
All right, so we've covered the really exciting part, the free money. But, just like with any great offer, the most important details are always hiding in the fine print. And this is where you separate a good deal from a truly great one.
This is the question you should always be asking. I mean, why are they just giving this money away? What do they want in return? Well, the answer usually comes down to just one thing, your commitment.
And that commitment has a name. It's called the holding period. This is the non-negotiable amount of time your money has to stay with the new brokerage for you to actually get and keep that bonus. If you pull your money out early, poof, you forfeit the cash.
And these periods can be, they can be all over the map. I mean, a bonus from Merrill Edge might only require you to stick around for 90 days. Tasty Trade asks for a full year. But then you get to offers from Robinhood and Public that require you to keep your money there for 5 full years. You have to be really sure you're willing to make that kind of long-term commitment.
So with all these different variables, deposit versus transfer, tiers versus percentages, and these wildly different holding periods, how do you actually choose the right one for you? Well, it all comes down to a simple personal framework. Here it is, in just 3 steps. First, know your capital. How much money are you actually working with here? Second, know your timeline. Are you cool with locking up your funds for 5 years, or do you need a bit more flexibility? And third, you gotta do the math. Calculate the effective return on your money for every offer you're thinking about. A smaller bonus with a short hold might actually be a much better deal for you than a huge bonus that requires a 5-year lockdown.
And you know, it all boils down to this one simple idea. Don't get mesmerized by the biggest number on the screen. The goal here is not to find the biggest bonus, it's to find the right bonus, the one that actually fits your financial situation and your timeline perfectly. So there you have it. You've got the playbook now. You know the different types of offers, how they calculate the payouts, and the critical fine print to watch out for. The only question left is, how are you going to use this knowledge to your advantage? Which play are you going to make?